Alright, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of how I completed the Guardian Druid Mage Tower challenge. To start off, here are the two trinkets that I used. The one on the left, the Ravaged Seed Pod, helped a lot with damage, and then the Blood Splattered Scale helped a lot in situations when I took massive amounts of damage and needed quick assistance in P2. For talents, I went with Brambles for the added damage, Wild Charge for the obvious reason you need to charge back onto the platform. The odd one here is Restoration Affinity. That was useful for just the passive heal and also using Swiftmend from time to time. Mighty Bash is a necessity to delay Annihilation in P2. Galactic Guardian was useful for outputting more damage with Moonfire. Survival of the Fittest, just getting back your instincts a lot quicker in Bark Skin. And then Rend and Tear for all of the times you're using Thrash throughout the fight. Alright, so to start off, just speeding up the beginning here. With the Inquisitor, I like to start out right underneath him. At the very beginning, I will pop Berserker, pop Moonfire, and then start thrashing. I also drop down my Trinket, the Seed. It does damage, about 200 damage per second on him there at the beginning. Outputting a lot of damage here to start out with, and what I would like to get him down to is probably around 80% to start out. So around 4 to 5 stacks I run out and just start casting Wrath, try to let those stacks drop before the 4 adds come out. Whenever these 4 ever come out, I normally always try to pop Bark Skin for the Brambles. These adds put a stacking dot on you that really deteriorates your health quickly. So getting them down as soon as possible is what I try to do in this. A lot of Wrath usage you can see here. It's hitting for like 270 to 289. That's quite a lot of damage whenever you already have all your dots on them. So it's definitely doing a lot more than Thrash would. Try to avoid getting hit by Infernals. That was a bit of a silly mistake by me, but typically you never want to backpedal or run forward whenever you're really close to them. Always try to run end circles around them like you can see there. Again, dropping that Seed Trinket on cooldown as often as I can. There's no reason not to get that added damage, to get down any sort of add down quicker. Just always try to keep your dots up, Thrash and Moonfire especially. Typically with those eyes you see over there, I typically try to dot them up 1, maybe 2 times. I know with about 1 Moonfire, with my gear, that 1 Moonfire would probably kill them. Right there, that was a bad usage of the healing circle. However, I believe I used it because I already had quite a lot of stacks on me, and these 4 adds were coming out. So it just made more sense. I was pretty liberally using the heal there just to stop the drain life. Again, drain life coming up, constantly trying to keep on the Thrash stacks. With the Infernals here, I'm not really afraid of these at this point. I've already done them, probably about 100 pulls on this, so I was pretty comfortable working my way around them. Again, gathering up the 4 adds, killing them, dropping down that. The reason why I use the Seed to damage them instead of like going for the interrupt in the middle with the heal is just because, I want to try to keep up as much of those as I can. At this current point, it looks like I have 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them. Boss coming down pretty quickly, just about under 3 minutes. So right here was intentionally delaying, trying to delay it because I didn't want the 4 adds to come out right as Crawl is coming down. So like right here is actually a pretty bad situation. I got all 4 of the adds coming out, they're casting, the boss comes down. But anyways, what we're going to want to do is have a macro ready to pop Berserker, your potion. I used Unbridled Fury, and then also Drums. So in phase 2, pop that once you can attack him, hit him up with a Moonfire, and then begin to thrash him, get up to 3 stacks, and let's roll the clip. Alright, so as Crawl comes down, you want to deal with the Annihilation hits. In my situation, I end-capped Roar to begin with just to prevent the cast from those adds that I had left over. For the first Annihilation, you can get away with it by using 2 stacks of Iron Fur. For the second Annihilation, I'm going to Mighty Bash it, try to delay the cast as much as I possibly can. Right there you can see I get Kroll right into my Seed trinket, which deals a lot of damage to him. The second Annihilation, I'm going to Mighty Bash before the cast goes off, and then I'm going to follow that up by using Iron Fur along with Bark Skin to take that hit. And then I also pop Frenzied Regeneration to help out healing after that. Alright, so Annihilation 3 is coming on. At the third Annihilation, it definitely starts hitting a whole lot harder. A fourth one will basically kill you. So for the third one here, I don't really have anything to delay it. So I do get hit by it, but I have Iron Fur up, Survival Instincts, and I use my Scale trinket to take that hit because I knew it was going to be a big one. So at this point, I know if I get hit by a fourth one, I'll more than likely be one hit. Luckily for me, I think it was just my time to down this, and I end up taking a fourth one. But there, the situation got a little hairy, so I went ahead and went in for a heal. I'm going to be using those almost as liberally as I can right there, delaying the fourth Annihilation by grabbing the heal. He's very close to dying, popping the trinket. Right there, again, lucky with a Mighty Bash, dealing as much damage as I can. At that point, I do get hit by the fourth one. I'm surprised I don't die, but I figured that the NPC would actually finish him off for me because he's under 1,000 health, and the NPC does do a bit of damage over the time. At this point, Kroll is dead. However, the scenario continues on, and I had 4 more of these ads come out, and although it's not recorded, I went ahead and killed them. I wasn't sure if I got killed after he died, if whether or not I would get the bear form, so just make sure that you don't just throw your hands away from the keyboard. I don't really know if you'll still get it, even if he dies, but then if you die immediately after, while some of the roleplay is still going on. But thank you for watching, and that's how I completed the Guardian Druid scenario in the Mage Tower.